Hey, what's up? This is the Gaming Pizza Podcast. I'm Eddie.
I'm Jose.
Chelsea. And Blueface.
And in the little one. So you're going to probably hear a baby cry at some point in this because we can't put him down. But we want to make a podcast anyways. I was just telling Josue about some classic tech. I'm not going to go in any order of my list. Okay. But a few podcasts ago, we were talking about, me and Ryan were talking about, Ryan's, I was going to try and have Ryan here today, but he doesn't even want to make a Skype call, so whatever, Ryan.
I downloaded Skype for nothing.
We were talking about classic iPods and how you can't buy them anymore. They're crazy expensive. They're like $500. And I didn't know this, but Apple hasn't sold a classic iPod since 2013.
Wow. So 3 years they've been out.
Yeah. That was the last time they sold one. And I think they stopped making them in 2013, and the last time they sold them was in 2014 or something like that.
That makes sense because that was when the iPod Touch came out.
Yeah.
And then that was just, everybody wanted the apps. You know, nobody was too caring about the music.
That's true.
Oh, it's the baby.
That's Arlo. He's sad.
He wants to be part of the podcast.
So bad.
You know how much I bought I have a, what is it? I think it's 160 gigabytes. My classic iPod. You want to know how much I got that for? Brand spanking new.
How much?
$80.
What? How?
Yeah. My friend worked at Sears, and right around that time that they were discontinuing them, they put them on clearance. And so she called me, and she said if I wanted one on hold, and I said, hell yeah.
What?
So I still have it. The only problem is ever since I got my iPhone and with Spotify and, Apple Music, now I just have everything on my phone, and I don't have to keep it stored or download it to my computer. And so I haven't put new music on it probably since then.
Wait, how long did you actually use it for, though?
I used it for a while. I probably used it for a good 2 years.
Oh, that's cool. Because Brit bought mine because I had like the 60 gig classic, and then out of nowhere it just started dying, and then it wiped itself clean, and then it froze, and I could never fix it.
Yeah.
Come to find out, it's something easy. Just the hard drive started failing, and all you got to do is replace a hard drive. But I didn't know that. And
I didn't know a lot of that stuff back then either.
Yeah.
Because that happened to my 30 gigabyte classic.
Yeah.
The hard drive gave out. And I had no idea what to do. And I was like asking people around, and they were like, oh, it's done. They're like,
yeah,
you just need to buy a new one.
I like how everybody used to say that. And then now like you understand like how simple a lot of this tech is.
Now you can just go on YouTube and just look up anything. I mean, you can look up how to fix everything.
That's true. I tried looking up how to fix a dishwasher. That didn't help me. No. I'm pretty sure it's just the timing. Britt has a classic iPod. It's the mini.
Oh, no way. The chunky one?
Yeah.
Oh, that one was so cool. I remember when that came out, and I was like, that is so awesome. My friend had it, but I couldn't afford one.
It's like that kind of blue color.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, that apple blue.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I wanted one so bad because all the kids that I used to rollerblade with, all of them, because they were from like Antioch and the Bay Area, so they're kind of well off, I guess.
Yeah.
And they all had little freaking iPod minis. They weren't so mini though.
No, they were pretty big.
They were huge.
I remember
they're chunky.
I got the Nano for Christmas.
Oh, I had the
Back when it had a screen, that tiny screen.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
it was black.
Oh, I remember it. It was like
it was like super flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it held 2 gigabytes of music. I remember that specifically.
Yes.
And I thought like, who could ever need more than 2 gigabytes for music? Now knowing my iPod Classic is completely filled and it doesn't even have all the music on my library.
My life has gotten sad because I thought, I mean, I did have a lot of music on my computer and my iPod, and then I just slowly started like, I don't know, I went through this phase where I was like, I'm not listening to this, I'm gonna delete it. And so I started doing that, and I didn't back up my iTunes, and I had like well over 100 gigs worth of music.
Dang.
And now I'm down to about like 40.
See, mine is on a like passport drive somewhere. I can't tell you where, but I know it's somewhere.
Yeah, speaking of which, I need to go get one because mine my old one, the one that I've been backing up my computer on,
Yeah.
is completely full, and I can't like reformat or do anything. So I think it got corrupted. But it's super old. It's like 7 years old, anyways. It's a 500 gigabyte.
Oh, nice.
When those used to cost like $200 back in the day for the external hard drive.
I just bought one not too long ago for like $90. It was a terabyte. I use that for my Xbox One.
Oh yeah. That's what I did.
Takes too much memory.
Yeah, but so I'm kind of scared. I still use it. I like you were saying, like I was super on like the whole iPhone thing, where you could just stream everything. You don't have to like use up storage or anything.
Right.
But my problem is, especially where we live, like I usually don't have that great of
reception.
Yeah. And so like I always find myself without music or like being really frustrated that my show isn't starting right away.
Yeah.
And so I started using my iPod again. And then like I realized after I found out that like you can't buy them just in a store anymore, and that you have to buy them off of Amazon, and people want like twice or like double the price for used ones. And like you can get them like retrofitted where they replace the old battery with the new one, and they can put solid state drives into the iPod, which make them like, you know, wicked fast. And it's like 500 gigabytes instead of just 160.
One plus.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you can get them. They're supposed to be nice, but I mean, I'm not gonna spend $500 on them.
Yeah, why are you gonna go through all that trouble?
Yeah,
getting all that when you. I mean, I don't know. That's the beauty. One thing I will say about Spotify is that you can download the music. Not download it, but you can set it to where you can listen to it offline.
Yeah.
So that's always been something that I liked ever since I've been a Spotify member for so many years now. And
how much is it?
I pay $5 a month because I'm a student.
Oh yeah.
But it's regularly like $8.99.
Because I kind of considered doing the Apple Music. If you could do it with a group of people, it's like $15 for like 6 accounts.
For 6 accounts.
That's like how much? That's like a couple bucks.
$2 a person almost.
I really want to do that. And then, but like my whole thing has always been like, because you know I've always had an iPhone, but I like to try the Nexus phones whenever they come out. But my thing was that always got me back to the iPhone was how convenient having all your podcasts, everything, your calendars, everything is just linked to your iPhone. But now Google has been good, and they've been kind of following like Apple's footsteps and trying to get everything like sunk together.
Right.
And so they use Google for everything. But the only thing that always kept me coming back was the fact that you had to use iTunes for music and your movies. But now that I'm using my iPod again, I don't feel like I need to be tethered to an iPhone anymore.
An iPhone. Yeah.
Because I have my iPod and all my iTunes stuff is on that.
Right.
So.
Binky down.
Binky down. Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. I mean, I'm feeling like I could leave an iPhone if I really wanted to. I really don't want to, but if I did, I could.
Yeah, that's my dilemma too. I've been thinking about it, what my next phone is going to be. And I've been thinking,
because you currently have the Plus.
I have the 6 Plus.
Yeah.
And
I have a 6S.
I was thinking about, what I would want in another phone, but I don't know. Most of the stuff I can already do on my iPhone, so why change? I went to I got my Samsung Galaxy 3 a couple years ago, and I was miserable with it. The phone would not work for me.
Ever since I had the Galaxy 2,
it was awful. And that's what really drew me away. I went back to Apple, and I haven't had a problem with my phone since.
Like my whole thing with like even going to like an Android phone was to have, because I mean the whole benefit of going to an Android phone was usually a bigger screen.
Right.
But now iPhones also have bigger screens, and now that we're at that point, I want to go back.
You want to go back to smaller screens?
I want to go back to smaller. I want to go back to 4-inch screens.
Nah, not me.
See, okay, here's my thing. Because that new iPhone 5 SE is supposedly coming out in March.
Right.
And so if that's the case, I'm most likely going to get that. Okay. Just because I like the size, and because, I mean, come on, at home the only time I'm really consuming a lot of media is when I'm usually at home, or like if I'm on the road, I usually have like my laptop or like an iPad with me.
Yeah.
So I don't really need my phone to do it all. And since everything is like, it's like so like flawlessly like in sync with each other, Like if I get a text message on my phone, it always shows up on my iPad anyways.
Right.
And so like it's like I don't really need the bigger phone.
See, I'm the opposite. Most of my media consumption is done at work or when I'm not home. I rarely do stuff on my phone when I'm at home.
Yeah.
And I'm hardly ever home.
Well, that's true.
I mean, I work night shift
God.
at a small hospital where sometimes I'm just bored out of my mind. So I resort to watching movies on my iPhone. And it's nice having that big screen, especially for me. I have such big hands. I mean, I just like that feeling of having something that's comfortable.
Can I hold your phone?
In my hand.
I always forget. Like, see, this is too big. That's what she said. I'm waiting for somebody to say that. Yeah, this is a little too much phone. Like, I had a 6 Plus, but I went to the back to the 6 because I don't know. It's just a little too much. For as much as my phone has to be in my pocket, especially at work, like it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah. See, yeah, basically, me, I'm wearing scrubs. They're like pajamas. I have huge pockets.
Dude, I love scrubs. When Arlo was delivered, I had to wear those scrubs that they have at the hospital.
Yeah.
And I wanted to take them home. I really did.
You should have.
I should have, but I wasn't sure. They said that, there's the basket. You could throw them in there. And I was just like, that probably means they want them back.
No, just don't. Just take them.
Oh, really?
If they're not looking.
Like a hotel.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Take a pillow, they like charge you.
Honestly, I don't think they even monitor a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah. I wanted to take them because I like being in them. I think they're comfortable.
They're super expensive.
Are they?
Yeah.
How much are a set of
I
scrubs?
mean, I think I paid like $45 for like a set of scrubs. Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, they're good quality, and that's the ones I usually buy because I don't buy many,
Yeah.
I just buy a couple for work. But I mean, they have like 18 pockets and
I would just lounge in them all the time. They're just so fun to like. I don't know. They feel so like you breathe.
Yeah, they're nice. The only problem is like when you get home, like since you work at a hospital, you just feel dirty in them.
Oh yeah.
That's my biggest issue with them. Like I get home and like the first thing I do when I walk through the doors, I just take all my scrubs off. And they just go straight in the hamper.
I got like after being in the hospital for however long we were, like I got so paranoid because they have all those signs and all those warnings that everybody's telling you don't touch the floor, wash your hands, do this, do that.
It's all precautionary.
Well, yeah, but like they're talking about how after they were telling me that, and then I'm looking up like statistics and like how staph infection is like super common in like hospitals and stuff.
Yeah, if you're there for a while. I mean, we have patients in there that are there for like months at a time.
Oh,
I mean, we've had one guy in there that's been there for like 30 years.
what?
Yeah,
A year?
30 years.
Why 30 years?
He's just one of those. It's kind of like a hospice thing. Like he's just not ever going to come back. Like,
Is he in a coma?
he's not in a coma, but he's not able to take care of himself. Yeah, he's been there for a very, very, very long time. Like way before I was there, way before some of my coworkers have even been
Way
there.
before you were born.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, dude, that's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. I can't really go into the specifics of it right now, especially online, but yeah, it's bad. Yeah, but that's just every day working in the hospital. That's why I'm kind of steering away in my career from hospital setting. I changed my major from medicine and going more into computer engineering, computer science. Just because it's a little bit better on my sanity.
Yeah.
And plus, I don't want to be in that. Just working in a hospital, as much as anybody tells you it's such a glorified job, it really isn't.
Yeah.
It's really shitty a lot of the times.
Really?
Yeah. it's nice because there's job security. You know, there's always work, but sometimes you just want to rip your hair. A lot of the times, you just want to rip your hair out, and I don't know. People just let their emotions get the best of them.
It sounds like a really hard job.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I don't know if I could do it. I'd have a hard time.
I have to come back and talk about because we had like the nicest nurses, like when I was at the hospital, and I was like, these women are saints. Like seriously,
Yeah.
I could never ever do that. Like they were so supportive. They sent me a card. Like they all wrote like these nice messages, and I cried and cried and cried. So it was the nicest thing. So I was like, man, like they're so kind, but like so. It's like in my mouth.
It kind of has to be. Get it in there.
Oh, okay.
Deep throat.
No, but seriously, like major kudos to the nurses out there because, well, yeah, I had a C-section, and so everyone told me like, oh yeah, when you deliver, like all your modesty will just kind of go out the window. I'm like, no way. But yeah, like. They see every like nasty thing about you, you know, and I'm like, man, these poor women are basically like changing my diaper of blood. Like, it's so gross, and they're just like so nice about it, and like, or I'm crying, and they're like, hold my hand, like, oh honey, it's okay, sweet, and I'm like, these women need to be paid a lot of money, like. Or men as well, but the nurses that were taking care of me personally were all women. But yeah, I had to interject that. Stop washing dishes for a second and run over and say how nice my nurses were. They're wonderful.
That's good.
I'm sure.
There's a lot of nurses out there that do some really good stuff for people.
Yeah.
And I always appreciate them. I have a couple of those at my hospital that I work at, and it's just. It's different, like the weekends, because I work every weekend. Most of the nurses there work; they alternate weekends, so it's like they switch.
Okay.
And there's just some weekends I know that just run smoother just because of the nurses that are there. And
yeah.
I know that they always put in all their effort and 110% into everything that they do, and it's always appreciated because the shit they do it's nasty.
And emotionally,
it
just seems like so difficult emotionally.
Yeah,
I could never ever do that. I would be so depressed.
Yeah, it's hard. You really have to find something that just tears you away from it. A lot of them joke about a lot of stuff that most people would find, that aren't PC, politically correct.
Yeah.
But there's just sometimes when you're working in that setting, you have to find something that you have to laugh about because or else it really gets into your head.
Yeah.
Because I worked at a clinic for most of my career for about 3 years, and that was okay because mainly the people that were coming in there, they weren't sick, they weren't dying, they weren't hurt.
Right.
And now that I work in an emergency room setting or, the subacute ICU, it's completely different.
Yeah.
Like, seeing my first dead body was definitely something I'll never forget.
Yeah, it's got to be crazy.
Yeah. Oh. Well, because I know people tell like, oh, well, you just kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you don't.
I'm like,
I'll tell you right now.
Hey.
You don't.
Oh man.
You tell people you do, but.
Oh. I don't.
You guys want to switch it up?
Yeah, let's go to a brighter note here.
Let's talk about something that makes us all happy, like food.
Chocolate.
Yeah, can you guys like eat some of this? Because I'm pretty much the only one who's been eating this, and I like keep shoveling it into my mouth.
What happened?
Oh.
I broke off the top.
So we just devoured
Our weight in chicken wings.
And wings.
end of the wangs.
I had so many wangs in my mouth.
They were really saucy, huh?
Extra wet. That's what the menu said.
Oh my gosh.
Chicken wings, especially boneless wings, have to be like my favorite guilty pleasures of food. Like,
Yeah,
it's better than
for sure.
pizza. It's better than cheeseburgers.
Yes.
Like if sometimes people like if I'm with a friend or if I'm hanging out with my fiance and she's like, "What do you want to eat?" You know, like, do you want hamburgers? I'm always like indifferent. But if anybody ever said you want to go eat chicken wings, I'm always like, yeah, I'm fucking down. Like,
Yeah.
I would never turn down chicken wings.
I think, was it like maybe 2 years ago, I was eating chicken wings all the time. And I remember one time I was like, I've had enough. And I didn't eat chicken wings for like a month. But then, I mean, and then.
But that's the difference.
Yeah.
Sometimes I could go with like 6 months without eating pizza because I like ate pizza so much.
Yeah.
But like chicken wings, like I don't eat them so often because I know that I overdo it with chicken wings.
You have some good self-control because you stopped.
I had to.
Yeah.
I had to. Just because I wanted some for later.
Oh.
Augustus, save some for later.
I was like, man, if I eat all these right now, I'm not going to get to taste them again in a couple hours.
Do you eat again? Like, what time do you eat again at work?
See, that for me is a real hit or miss because sometimes I eat, sometimes I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I get hungry and it's like, I need to eat right now. And it sucks because it's like 3 a.m. and
Yeah.
there's nothing open. And then other times I'm like, eating right now sounds really gross. Like, I don't want to eat at 3 o'clock in the morning, especially if I'm thinking about like chicken wings.
Yeah.
Not chicken wings, but like if you know, the only thing that I have down there is Jack in the Box. And the last time I ate there, I got food poisoning.
Oh.
So now, yeah. And so now I'm like, okay, the only source of food that I had is now gone. But on a different note, I've been really good at buying groceries now.
Yeah.
Especially with my fiance living with me. You know, yesterday she made me a peanut butter sandwich, packed some chips and some cookies and shit, and it was like awesome. Like I ate that shit. Like I did. It was delicious.
Your fiance made that for you?
Yeah.
A peanut butter
Man,
sandwich.
that's so
Peanut
sweet of
butter
her.
sandwich.
She made you a lunch?
Hi, babe.
Eddie's about to
Hi.
die.
I make
Eddie's gonna
dinner.
get smacked.
I make dinner and then try and make extras and then you could have leftovers.
I know, I was just teasing.
Okay. I made you a baby, okay?
It's true.
This is true.
I was cooking that for a long time.
Yeah, 9 months.
Yeah, so shut up, Eddie.
If you want me to wake up and make you a peanut butter sandwich, I can do that.
Shit, make him a week's worth of peanut butter sandwich. Stick him in the fridge.
It'll dry now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been. That's something I've enjoyed, and ever since moving out, I've actually had a lot of fun making my own food. Just like
Yeah.
trying stuff, like not even like following recipes. I'll just like throw something together, and it's just delicious. Well, it can be delicious.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
That, because Britt and I, we've been like hooked on that. What is it?
Jamie Oliver, 15-minute meals.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Hooked on it. And it's like, he makes the food, like, it's so simple. Like, he has, like, it's like literally like 5 ingredients.
That's cool.
But he makes it, like, he preps it in a way that it's just like, it looks so fresh and delicious. And he adds just the littlest things to make it seem like 10 times better.
Yeah, lots of fresh herbs. I just planted my little herb garden.
See, that's what I've been wanting to do.
Yeah, well, I had been wanting to get some little herbs put in the windowsill, and I was at Target, and I had like, it was like the Beekman 1802 or something. They had like a little like herb garden, but they had a cartwheel thing for 30% off.
Nice.
And so I went ahead and got that, and I just finally planted it today and stuck it in the windowsill. So we'll see if it actually grows or if I kill it. And they're organic seeds. Can I just like laugh too? Because I know we have these like Lindor truffles on the table. So this is like the description. I'm gonna read it because this is my other hobby, is reading things in stupid voices. Do you dream in chocolate? Then discover Lindor and enjoy a moment that is yours. When you break Lindor's delicate chocolate shell, the irresistible smooth feeling starts to melt, gently caressing all your senses and taking you to a place where chocolate dreams come true. Gently caressing all your senses.
Is anybody else aroused?
Yeah, I got a freaking food boner right now.
like what is
Everybody leave.
My pants got tight.
But like who uses who writes this?
There's nothing gentle about my pants right now.
See that's like a different voice to be all like, I'm not even.
Do it. Go ahead.
No,
You already opened that can of worms.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, now I have the giggle.
You have to do it in the voice of this guy right here. That's the picture.
I don't even know. What? Are they Swiss? Like,
Do
wait.
you
Swiss?
dream in chocolate? Then discover Lindor and enjoy a moment that is yours. When you break Lindor's delicate chocolate shell, the irresistibly smooth filling starts to melt, gently caressing all of your senses and taking you to a place where chocolate dreams come true.
I know. You know what that reminded me of?
Let's do voiceovers. Let's make a bunch of money doing voiceovers.
It
hire me.
It reminded me of oh my gosh, you remember in like the 90s the guy that did like every movie trailer?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
In a word.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I
Where
got
good and evil collide.
I think the only reason I was able to get my voice that deep is because I got like allergies are kicking in, so all my nose is all plugged.
That then you just get chunky out like that, like
Yeah.
kind of sticking in the back of your throat.
Plus, I just had some Lindor truffles, and they got me all irresistibly smooth.
Well, I was thinking like, are they Swiss? What would his thing be like? Like, what is a Swiss accent? I'm thinking of like Swedish, like, do you dream of chocolate?
That's not arousing like, at all.
No. Speaking of which, you know what? Like
Late night phone. Like, do you dream in chocolate? They call 1-888 something.
ILNDOR.
I have interesting disease.
I have creamy fillings.
Oh dear.
Hey, you're gonna have to put like an 18 plus on this video.
I know. It's all right. Nobody listens to this anyways. Like the 3 people that listen to the podcast. It's all good. It's just an excuse for everybody to hang out and talk.
And eat chocolate.
It's the Finer Things Club.
I wonder if we keep mentioning,
If we get
Lindt,
sponsored.
Lindor. Please sponsor us, Lindt chocolate.
I don't know.
Send us some delicious Lindt Lindor truffles.
I don't know. I mentioned Spotify like 8
Irresistibly
times.
Yeah. So I was wearing my Nikes earlier today, and
No, I want Apple sponsorship.
And then-
Hey, I was wondering, does Apple sponsor anybody?
I don't think so. Maybe like athletes.
Do they though?
Like, cause
I was curious about that.
With I don't know. Now that they have the Apple Watch,
But then they like I thought maybe they would do like some like Nike because everybody was doing like the Nike trainers. You know how you could put that little thing in and you could take it with your phone.
Right.
And then I was thinking like, oh, but what other music stuff do they have? But then they bought Beats, so
Right.
like I don't know that they actually need to like sponsor
I don't think
anybody
they
since
do.
they kind of just
They
start.
kind of own everything now.
Yeah, anything that they really want to be a part of, they just buy.
It's like Facebook.
No, thank you.
may contain nuts. Also on the back of the package. Oh dear. I should probably wash some more dishes now.
Or you don't have to right now.
No, not right now. What's our next topic? Where's this conversation going?
Let's see. Next topic.
To the creamy center.
All right, let's do something. Let's talk some music because nobody really knows. Nobody knows this, but Brittany used to go to a lot of shows.
What?
And you know what's funny? Because I used to go to a lot of shows, but that's not the reason why Britt and I got together. But it just so happens that both of us were really into music and really into going to shows. I mean, everybody's obviously into music, but I mean, to the point to where we were the fun, the highlights of our week or weekend or night was going to like a small venue or to a house or to like somewhere to watch somebody perform some musica. And so, the next, I was curious, your favorite, what was your favorite 20,000, 2016 bands? Actually, yeah. Looking forward to this year.
I have to cut in and say that I'm looking forward to because my favorite band of all time, Under Oath, broke up a couple of years ago, and they are getting back together this year.
Oh my God! Okay,
and so they are putting a tour together, and they'll be in San Francisco and in San Jose, and I really want to go to that.
When?
In March.
Are you gonna go?
I used to listen to Under Oath quite a bit. I've never seen them because when I was young, I pretty much only listened to like the Christian rock, like Tooth and Nail and all that kind of stuff. And
Under Oath is Christian rock.
They are, yeah. They were on Tooth and Nail, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I've never seen them, and I used to like them quite a bit. I did get to see the Almost, where their drummer.
I saw the Almost. Yeah.
In Turlock, actually. Ooh. They had a small show, and I was like the official photographer for the show, so I actually got to be like on stage.
That's so cool.
And I remember thinking like, oh my God.
Was there a lot of people?
There. Huh?
Was there a lot of people there?
There's probably a few hundred, yeah.
Oh, wow. Did you feel cool?
I did feel cool, but I didn't go talk to him afterwards because he was kind of getting like bombarded. He seemed super nice though, but I let him have his space, and I just.
Yeah, I heard he's a pretty cool guy. He was actually up until this mentioning when Under Oath got back together. Before that, he was actually touring with Paramore. He was the drummer for them. Because I went and saw Paramore, I want to say last year. And
it was so sad.
I was like, that guy looks like Aaron Gillespie. And then I looked it up, and I was like, that was Aaron Gillespie.
That's really funny because the guitarist for the touring, and I looked it up. I don't know if he still is touring or not. There was a smaller band called Dismas, and they used to come in Modesto a lot, but they were like from down south. And so I was kind of like buddy with them. Like they would I think we saw them at like some other big. Like Spirit West Coast or like Great America or something, like with my dad and stuff, and like they saw us and like they recognized us and we like hung out. But their guitarist was touring with Paramore.
That's cool.
After like that band broke up.
I want to tour with Paramore.
I know, and I was like, because I was watching a music video, like I think it was like Playing God or something, and I was like, is that John? Oh my God, that's John! And I remember being like, I'm like, I know him, and I was like, look, I have a picture with that guy. We like know each other. I'm sure not now because that was like 8 years ago, but
was it 8?
Like that, like when the shows they used to come out, or like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, the Modesto scene is so dead. It's been dead and buried for a very long time.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of stuff.
There used to be a lot of venues around here, and now there's not even one.
Well, even like because like I was laughing because Eddie was like, "Hey, you have like this YouTube," but I haven't uploaded anything. And I saw some videos like 10 years ago, but like some like the Christian bands that were kind of bigger, like Pillar or like Skillet and stuff. Like they would come to Modesto, like numerous
Adele
times.
Was Prada was here.
Yeah.
Haste of Day, August Burns Red was here. And they always play at Calvary Temple.
Yeah.
I remember there's
the Underground.
The Underground. Yeah, that's right. Kingdom Coffee. There was the Rock Church in Salida. Kingdom Coffee. Yeah.
I remember I got to see Horse the Band at Kingdom Coffee.
Oh my God!
Did you go to that?
Yes.
I remember I saw Emery there.
Oh, I saw Emery there too.
I seen Thriller there too.
Thriller? I didn't see that.
Oh.
But yeah, like the acoustic show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
Those were good times.
We're like all the same places.
I know.
Didn't even know each other. So weird.
I know, that is weird. It's just so because when I started working at Vans, I guess my neighbor had worked there before, and I had known my neighbor for a while because his mom and my mom went to high school together. They were really good friends, and so like I started working at Vans, and then like come to find out that like I had already like hung out with most of those people there before. So it was kind of cool, but it's just so weird to think about like how small this world is and how we've like passed like each other so many times, and
Yeah.
nobody even know it.
Well, because Eddie and I grew up like in the same town,
Yeah.
and so we were basically right next to each other the whole time.
Yeah.
We were at like shows at the same place. I was in like a church group with Chelsea. I remember, and I remember we were like, and I was like, wait. Chelsea, Patty's also your sister. And he's like, yeah, like, how do you know this? I'm like, I was in a church group with them when we were kids a long time ago. And I'm like, man, we probably met each other. And, like, there was times where I know, like, I don't even know how. I'm not even sure how. But, like I knew Panda online somehow. And he was like, oh, you live by Fish Park. Like, me and some of my friends are going to play Frisbee. You should come down and, like, hang out with us. And I was like, no, whatever. Because we went to the same high school.
That's creepy.
We went to the same high school, and like somehow we were like on AIM. He's like, "What? I don't know how we got each other's thing, or something." But
You just like showed up on his AIM one day.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden from that day on, all I remember is him saying, yeah, redheads are hot.
oh dear. Yeah, I remember him being like, "Yeah, come hang out with us," and I was like, "Oh no," because even though we went to the same school, I don't remember ever talking to him in school. And you were there, and I would have met you then. And I remember, like, Panda telling me, like, oh, yeah, like, I have another friend, Brittany. And, like, like, yeah, like, her and her boyfriend, like, they just broke up again. So this was, like, so weird. I'm like, dude, like, this, like, years ago, I'm like, if I had met Eddie then, like, nothing would have happened because he wasn't single. And, like,
Yeah.
just
That's
so
crazy.
like, so weird. Like, we were, like, right there, like, the whole time.
And you purposely did meet then.
And then we met
Yeah.
Later.
Met
That's so
later.
crazy.
So weird. This tripped me out, man. Good times.
Meant to be.
I'm convinced, like,
Oh,
we were
yeah.
just, like, meant to be together. What is... Now I'm, like, trying to, like, log into MySpace.
I don't think it works anymore.
I'm like, what is my...
Yeah, I tried to
password?
sign in like
I
a
think you
year
have to
ago.
redo your everything.
Well, I tried to sign in and I made a fake. I used my account. When I made my account, I used a fake email.
Yeah.
Forgotten your details.
And so like now I can't recover my account.
I
So
remember my whole phone, my phone that I transferred from. I can't even open it because I made a fake email, and now it's asking for the password, and it's gonna send it to the email. I can't open it.
Yeah.
Those 2,000 pictures.
I used my real email. I'm
Ugh.
gonna send it right now. Because I was gonna see, like, pictures of, like, from the Emery show. And be like, well, this is what I look like. Do you guys, like, remember seeing me? Probably not.
See, my
That's
problem
when I
with
met Brandon.
My MySpace
I
is
met Brandon Queen
I didn't
there.
have
Brandon Queen.
I met him at that show. Well,
Dude, I
like,
miss that
officially.
dude.
That's when I was with my friend that you were like, who is that girl, like, in the videos? And she thought he was really cute, and she's like, go with me to give him our MySpace thing, so that way I don't look too desperate. Yeah, but he didn't add her, and he added me. That felt really awkward. I was like, oh. To change your password, please follow this link or copy and paste it. Dun, 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 dun. I used to love MySpace.
So did I. That's how I met like a lot of rollerbladers. And that's how I used to keep up. That used to be like the way I used to keep up on music. Even though looking back now, like that was a terrible way to spread music.
Yeah.
I mean, it was easy, but like it was difficult at the same time. Like it was like, well, I guess in a way it was cool because like people would make, before they had the whole posting thing, when they started copying Facebook, people would just post stuff and then you can like reply to it, but then you had to like keep rechecking it. Like it wouldn't notify you. It seemed like, would it notify you? If it did, it was only because it was through email.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I haven't used MySpace in
Wait,
forever.
MySpace came out first, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before Facebook? Oh.
But before MySpace, it was, what was it?
Oh, that Moco space.
No, it was
No,
like My Journal or something.
There was another one.
Oh my gosh.
I can't remember. I really can't remember. Now I want to look into mine. But I can't because like I had a fake email, so.
Well, look, here's yours.
Oh, see, hey, that picture, Chelsea, you were there with me at that Sabretooth zombie show
Yeah.
in Half Moon Bay.
Yeah, I love that.
Jasmine was there too.
Yeah, you remember what happened at that one?
What happened?
When there was a guy that came in and they were like, does anyone know this motherfucker? And then we were like, what? And they like kicked him out of the whole entire show.
Oh, that's
They had
right.
said that, like, at a previous show, he was beating up on a girl, and so they, like, whooped his ass after they kicked him
Yeah.
out. Yeah, they did.
That's right. Yeah, so like okay, so we're at the show and the guy from I always forget his name. He was in the band Don't Trip, and Sabretooth Zombie was playing, and the guy from Don't Trip was in the back. Oh my gosh, his name is on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, he's standing in the back behind the drummer, and he's like pointing at this guy, and like I didn't see it. But then the lead, Cody from Sabretooth Zombie is looking back at him, and then he's looking. He's like, "You want?" Oh, his name is Al, and he's like, "Al, you need to say something." And he hands him the mic. He's like, "That motherfucker right there is not hardcore." He's like, "That guy hits girls." And then then that guy, and then that big cholo came in, and he was just like, "Who's hitting on girls?" And then like they pulled him outside. And I don't remember what happened to him after that.
I don't think we've seen him after.
Yeah,
His ass.
that was all bad.
But he sent the message, so that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to be a downer, but I gotta take off.
No.
It's time for work.
Okay. Well, it's probably a good place to end it, anyways.
You gotta work.
What?
You better work.
I'm gonna go watch movies.
All
I
right.
get a day off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you, presidents.
All right, you guys. Well, we'll catch you for the next one.
For sure.
Give us a follow,
bring Katie next
subscribe,
time.
bring Kate's. Yeah, that's it. All right, bye.
Please.
Bye.